A dangerous severe threat starting in the plains today and pushing east. More than 60 million are at risk for large hail, gusty winds over 70 miles an hour, and tornadoes. We're going to time it all out for you.
Good Lord, Abrams in the last
headquarters. I'm meteorologist Stephanie Abrams alongside meteorologist Jordan Steele and Jim Cantori. We want to get right to the severe weather because, Jim, it was cranking yesterday, too. For our Wednesday, that low-level jet stays really active, especially where you see this deeper red. That's where it's going to continue to energize storms. We obviously still have some of that jet energy that's going to be coming in, and that one bigger piece of energy that Jim was mentioning that's going to wreak havoc on the plains today. It does push east tomorrow, not to mention the surface feature as well. So we've got plenty of warmth, we've got plenty of humidity, we've got plenty of lift, we've got plenty of wind energy in the atmosphere for us. There's your upper level winds, also that low level jet that's going to be around this system too. So there is again that threat for wind damage. That extends through a huge area of real estate. It is most likely just kind of west of Detroit, say the Ann Arbor-ish area, to Indianapolis, down into St. Louis and parts of Missouri. Our Torcon is a 3. And remember, you don't sleep on a 3 and think, yeah, I know, I don't really get too revved up until it's a 7, 8, 9, because you could still have multiple tornadoes, though, of course, wind will be one of the biggest issues. So watch our low pressure. There it is for you, that upper level low spinning reflected down to the surface. Notice, even into the noon o'clock hour, storms firing up into Michigan, all the way down into the south, pushing back into Missouri and Oklahoma again. All of this is just going to continue to push eastbound. The funny thing is, too, is that behind a system like this, you think, oh, it's going to get a lot cooler. Well, it's not. Actually, right behind that, the heat is going to start marching eastbound. We do have that threat for flooding with this as well, with the possibility of some of us getting 3 to 5 inches of rain. Jordan.
Well, Steph, devastating.
We have quite a situation here through the center of the country into Kansas. And by the way, this is not the end of it for Kansas. Things are going to ramp up yet again later today. But we have quite a line of gusty winds with this squall coming through, producing winds as high as 101 miles an hour into Wichita. Also, you have to worry about flooding. We have flash flood warning that's overlapping with severe thunderstorm warnings crossing over I-70 right now. Also, portions of I-35, so Derby, Riverside, Rockford. Watch out for this. Everything, by the way, is dropping south and east, so it will be crossing over into Oklahoma. Mature storms, lots of updrafts and downdrafts, separation of positive and negative charges here. And we're watching those Wichita cameras off to our left because they were getting hammered not too long ago. And here are some of those reports that we saw. And again, this one, 101, right about there into Wichita, was the highest report that we had. There it is at Wichita Eisenhower. But there was a lot of 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 mile an hour winds overnight with all the severe weather that was literally blowing through. Look at Hutchinson at 89, Mountain Ridge up to 70 miles an hour. These are winds strong enough to cause damage, take down power lines, take down trees, cause damage to your home as well. And as I mentioned, this is really just the beginning. As we head through the day, we're going to see more of it. Also into Colorado, we do have several severe thunderstorm warnings, basically riding up 76, also 25. So Fort Morgan, Log Lane Village, watch for very gusty winds, very strong, heavy downpours, and also hail as well. This has a history of producing hail. I was just watching that lightning there in Wichita, Kansas, that's still firing off. Hail 2.5 to 2.8 inches. So you're talking about baseball size, apple size hail in some of these instances for us. That obviously can do damage. All the hail needs to be in order to be considered severe is 1 inch or more in diameter, and we're obviously way higher than that. So it is a rough day. It's going to continue to be a rough day here. We do have some jet energy. It's not super duper strong here. We've got it, but I'll tell you what, when that low level jet is going to kick in, we're going to see some spin in the atmosphere. You could certainly see some tornadoes here as we go through the day, Jim, if not very strong winds.
You know, the disturbance strongest steering wind, so that thing's just
sitting there, not moving. That's another good point, Jim, right? So the things that push these are the winds aloft. It just pushes all these thunderstorms along. But as you saw with that one, it was just sitting and spinning. Thankfully, it was in a field. Now let's have a look at what we're dealing with this morning, because we do have quite a line of storms here that blew through Wichita, giving us winds to 101 miles an hour. Severe thunderstorm watch as everything drips south and east. And by the way, this is really just round 1 of 2 that will be coming through today. A along I-35, you're going southbound here, you're going to get hammered. Obviously, if you're going northbound out of Oklahoma, also get hit by this. And the severe thunderstorm watch obviously is going to be for winds that are 58 miles an hour or greater, or hail an inch or more in diameter. Also, flooding occurring with this, too, with the rain that is coming in. Colorado has a few severe thunderstorm warnings with it as well. But let's take you down closer into this line of storms that came through Wichita. We're still seeing some flashes of lightning, though, with this. Derby, Rockford, Wichita, you were feeling it. 400 is getting soaked. Mulvane, Conway Springs. As you go down towards Winfield, we're about to get hit if you're here on 77 by all of these stronger thunderstorms as well. This is what it has done. Hutchinson 89, Canton 70, Bel Air 85. 80 into East Wichita. There's your 101 in Conway Springs at 80 miles an hour. So very, very strong winds with this that could take out power, cause damage to your home, take down trees. This is a gnarly bundle of thunderstorms. As we look towards Colorado, just north of Denver, we have storms also into Brush, Fort Morgan, Logan Lane Village. By the way, there was a big landslide into Colorado as well. So there's a lot of weather going on. Milliken, 1.5 inch diameter. That's just smaller than golf ball size. That can cause damage. The same as we look into Eaton as well. And zooming out at the big picture, we have got energy that is basically making its way eastbound. And as it does that, it is going to actually give us the threat for more severe weather right here into Kansas as we go through the day. We do have some jet energy winds. We do have a low-level jet that's kicking in. So damaging winds yet again, that hail 2 inches or greater for us as we go through the day today. And we can't rule out tornadoes. We have a 3 on our Torcon for us. So as we go into the afternoon, just real quick, this is our first batch of rain that's coming through. And we are going to see more storms as we go. Come on, click, click, faster, faster. You'll see more storms with that piece of energy. Look at that as we go this afternoon and into this evening. Jim, we could have a repeat of what we've seen this morning.
We could have another 100-mile-an-hour wind gust in Wichita today.
Yes.
Another
Yes.
one.
I tried to tell you that.
You did tell me that. All right, let's get into this.
In this system, we have heat. Usually think, oh, you have a big storm, then you have cooler weather.
Yeah,
that is not the case this time. We are going to see massive heat. We're starting to see it already here into the southwest. We have extreme heat warnings. We have heat advisories. You know it's hot when Phoenix is under an extreme heat warning. We're used to the warm temperatures here. Dallas, we are going to be going up as we head throughout the day today. Our heat index taking us to 100 is what it's going to feel like, 102. And this is in the shade. Always keep that in mind. So you want to drink plenty of water. Light clothes, light color clothes, loose fitting clothes are the best. Our heat index today, of course, that's mainly into Texas. This is all a dry heat in the west. So you just have a straight up 111 with a feels like of 103 into Corpus Christi. Tomorrow, you get the 104 feels like into Shreveport, 101 in New Orleans. Oof. If you're not by the river, that can be super hot. And notice that it doesn't even have to be that hot. Look at Seattle at 74 for a high today. After 30 minutes, it can be as hot as 108 inside the car. So I don't want you to let those cooler temperatures get you off guard. Tomorrow, we see that warmth all the way into Chucktown at 100 degrees for our heat index. And as we go into our Thursday, as I mentioned, we are going to see this building heat not only in the south, but also into the northeast. You will see those warmer temperatures. Pools are open, the beaches are open, head to them to try to cool off. But notice on Friday, it's in the plains, Kansas City, Omaha, Little Rock, St. Louis. We're all going to be feeling like the 90s to the triple digits, which gives us a higher heat risk. A dangerous severe threat starting the plains today and pushing east into tomorrow, putting more than 60 million at risk for large hail, wind gusts over 70 miles an hour, and tornadoes. We're going to time out this threat. Justin. Headquarters, I'm meteorologist Stephanie Abrams alongside meteorologist Jordan Steele and Jim Cantori. Speaking of 100, we've had wind gusts over 100 this morning, Jim, with our severe weather in Wichita.
101 miles an hour.